It's bang! Maku 2! Be ready to be slimed again. Over the next few days, Mr. Maku grew by lumps and bounds faster than ever. Warp speed. Stink built a maze out of snap poles. By the next afternoon, Mr. Maku had slimed his way through the whole entire maze. Stink showed his friends slime molds find the shortest route through a maze. It's a scientific fact, no lie. Even Webster and Sophie of the Elves, his anti-slime friends, had to admit it was way cool. Good boy, Stink called to Mr. McCoo. Who said you don't have a brain? We still think it's weird to talk baby talk to slime, said Webster. We still think we'd like your new pet better if it was a sugar glider, said Sophie. Mr. McCoo slimed the oat flakes that stink of at him. He slimed the grains of rice. He slimed the macaroni elbow. Spores must have landed all over the place because the slime mold was growing on everything. On the desk where sticky maple syrup had dripped from Judy's pancake, up and down Astro's guinea pig tunnel. On top of Sting's math book, Mr. McCoo had taken over all of Africa on the globe, not to mention Asia and part of Antarctica. He even slimed the juice box Stink left on his desk. One day it looked like a box of juice. The next day it looked like brains. Captain's log, slime date 3196.48. Alarming observation number 1. Slime mold out of control. AO number 2. Spores must have spread when Dr. Judy misted Mr. McCoo, son of slime. AO number 3. Juice box left unattended. AO number 4. Mom and Dad found McCoo's slimed juice box. Violation noted. Action taken. Mom and Dad did not want mold growing in the house. They insisted that Stink move Mr. McCoo outside. He looked around for just the right spot, someplace warm and damp with room to grow. The kiddie swimming pool. Perfect. Stink scrubbed out all the yucky leaves and gunk. He set his slime mold in the bottom of the now clean pool. Next, he covered the pool with an old tablecloth like a blanket. Then, Stink wrapped a real blanket around himself, took out his flashlight, sat in a lawn chair, and started reading a book to Mr. McCoo. All day long, he hears squishy squashy moo. Stink, Judy called from the back door. Dad says you have to come inside now. But I'm camping out, said Stink. I'm having a sleepover with Mr. McCoo. I mean a slime over. Stink couldn't help cracking up. Judy went inside for a minute and came back. Mom says no sleepover tonight. It's a slime over, said Stink. No slime over either. Too cold. Stink lifted the corner of the tablecloth. Night-night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite, he whispered to Mr. McCoo. Then Stink headed inside, dragging his blanket behind him. Stink called Riley and told her all about the juice box instead of 1,500 hours. He told her all about having to keep Mr. McCoo outside, and he told her that he wasn't allowed to have a slime over. Don't worry, Riley said. Tons of slime molds grow outside. Hey, you want to build a slime house tomorrow? You know, like a doghouse, but for slime. A dog vomit house, said Stink, cracking himself up. Cool, but you have to promise no cheese sneezing. Cross my heart and hope to slime, said Riley. Upstairs in his room, Stink curled up in the window seat and gazed out at Mr. McCoo until he fell asleep. Ring, ding, ding, ding. Stink woke up. What was that noise? Doorbell. He peeked out the window to see who was at the front door. Riley Rottenberger. Stink opened the door. What are you doing here? Riley pointed to Stink's sticky up hair. Ha ha ha, bad head. What time is it anyway? Asked Stink. Time to start building a slime house, said Riley, holding up a pink hammer. Slime house? Mr. McCoo, Stink had almost forgotten about him. He ran out to the kiddie pool in his pajamas and bare feet. Riley hurried after him. Holy elbow macaroni! There was no tablecloth over the kiddie pool anymore. Stink peered inside. No way, no. How? Mr. McCoo was gone. Gone. Stink turned to Riley in a panic. Where could it be? He was right here. I put him here myself. I covered him with a tablecloth to stay warm. Slime molds can crawl, said Riley. Maybe he got lonely and joined up with some other slime molds and they all crawled away like a one big slime sausage. Stink looked under the deck. He looked beneath the old swing set. He looked in the sandbox. Mr. McCoo was nowhere to be found. The slime sausage was nowhere. What if Bigfoot came through here last night and thought Mr. McCoo was peanut butter and ate him? Riley rolled her eyes. Wow, what if aliens landed in the backyard and thought he was an alien life form and took him back to outer space? Riley rolled her eyes again. Oh, what if a meteorite fell on him and... Get real, Stink, says Riley. All of a sudden, Riley pointed up at a tree. In the branches, a tablecloth. Oh, she said. What if the wind blew off the tablecloth? Mr. McCoo got too cold and he shriveled up to nothing and disappeared. That too, said Stink with a sigh. Captain's log. Slime date 3196.52. Unbelievable observation number 1. Mr. McCoo gone for real. VO number 2. Seems impossible, but there it is. VO number 3. Stink and Riley mourn his passing. Stink felt sad, like the time he buried his goldfish under the rose bush, and the time his millipede crooked. This time around, he couldn't even have a slime mold funeral. Mr. McCoo was the best, said Stink. He was the best dog vomit around, Riley agreed. Remember when Mrs. Soso thought he was a refrigerator mold? No, said Riley. Remember when Missy the dog almost ate him? Nope, said Riley. Remember when I got scared and thought he was a Franken slime? No, said Riley. Sorry, wasn't there. Remember when we read to him and sang Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Slime? That I remember, said Riley. We should have a moment of silence, said Stink. Stink and Riley stood silently, gazing at the kiddie pool, remembering for a moment all the fun times they'd had with Mr. McCoo. You could always grow another slime mold, said Riley. Stink shook his head. It wouldn't be the same. You can come to my house to visit Princess Slime Mold anytime, said Riley. Thanks, said Stink. Can you help me put the pool back in the shed? Sure, said Riley. They each grabbed an end and dragged it across the yard to the tool shed. Want to stay for pancakes? Asked Stink. My dad makes killer $silver pancakes. Mr. McCoo loved them. Why not? Asked Riley. On the way back inside, Stink noticed something about the grass where the kiddie pool had been. Hey, look, I think maybe it's a crop sucker or a fairy thing. Wait till I tell Sophie of the elves. The grass is just smoothed from where the kiddie pool was sitting, said Riley. I don't know, said Stink, looking a little closer. What's this? He asked, pointing to a jelly-like lump of goo in the grass. Riley took a look. Is it an organism? An organism from outer space, said Stink. Outer space slime, said Riley. No, wait, said Stink. I bet it's a $silver pancake from Mars. A Martian pancake. That's no pancake, Stink. Not even Martians would eat that, said Riley. It looks more like an inside-out frog. Frog guts, cool. It's too big for frog guts. Maybe it's the guts of a giant amphibian, like some prehistoric tetrapod or something. Stink studied the new goo some more. It looked like an alien booger. It looked like an alien jellyfish. It looked like. Wait, just an outer space second. Stink had an idea. Might it be? Could it be? Now he knelt down, leaned over, and took a super sniff. And with his super sniffer, the goo smelled like rotten eggs. All right, Eureka! I think I know what it is, said Stink in awe. He could barely breathe the words. I think it's star jelly. Star jelly? Whispered Riley. Star jelly is like a blob of slime that's left after meteor shower, said Stink. It's way rare, really, asked Riley. No lie, said Stink. Just think, alien star jelly right here in my very own backyard. Wow, said Riley in a hushed voice. Stink put his face right up to the new blob of goo. Riley, he said, say hello to Mr. McGoo too. The end.